welcome to TwinSpires.com and TwinSpires TV. I'm Jill Byrne with the weekend preview. We are moving along the final weekend of February, and that is where one of our promotions lies, as well as a contest. Promotion, of course, has been the free Brisnet Ultimate Past Performances throughout the month of February. Make sure you get those this weekend as well through the end of February. You're going to need them. Some fantastic racing across the country. And then it is also Florida Derby Preview Day down at Gulfstream, where we have the Fountain of Youth, the Hutchison, and the girls get their chance in the Devona Dale as well, looking to prep for the Oaks, and that is part of that $25,000 Derby Prep Parlay. It continues this weekend. Don't miss out on your chance to earn shares that could net you $25,000. Well, how about a million Twin Spires Club points? All you have to do, it's an Ironman weekend, Saturday, wager $2 or more on any 100 races of your choice. Doesn't matter what racetrack there are, what races, just $2 on 100 races, and you have a chance to automatically earn a share of a million Twin Spires Club points. Of course, as always, you have to wager through your TwinSpires.com account. So that's what we have going on promotions-wise. Well, let's get down to South Florida, Gulfstream Park. Big Saturday there of racing. Fantastic wagering card all the way across the board. Maiden races, allowance races, full fields, turf races. As of now, fingers crossed, it looks like the weather is going to be fantastic at Gulfstream. Let's kick it off with the girls. The Devona Dale, a mile, race number 8, grade 2, $250,000. We see the return again of the three of the top 4 finishers in the Devona Dale, and that would be Pomeroy's Pistol, Dancing in Her Dreams, Our Heat Lightning, who did finish 4th that day. Pomeroy's Pistol, the winner. Dancing in Her Dreams, she was 2nd that day, runner-up. Now, that was 7/8. This is a mile. I like her with more distance. Pomeroy's Pistol, who beat her that day, I think she's going to get more pressure on the front end. She has more distance of ground to go. Dancing in Her Dreams was gaining on her late after having a very wide trip on the turn. I think Julian Leparoux, if he had elected to keep her on the rail, he'd have saved ground and would have turned the tables there on Pomeroy's Princess. But she's drawn post 9 again, Dancing in Her Dreams. Does get more ground and also a better pace scenario. She is by far my top pick in there. Our Heat Lightning, don't know what happened in that last race. That was her first start since a runner-up finish in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies, but she really ran a flat race that day. No excuse. She's trained well, though, since that race. I look for a much improved effort from her. Pomeroy's Pistol, you can't knock her. She's done nothing wrong. Beat these fillies last time out, so we'll see if she gets that same trip this time. Long shot to throw in the mix there is a maiden winner who won at the distance. Mending Hearts for Marty Wolfson. He is always one you have to keep a close eye on. She does kind of draw poorly, though, in the mile down there at Gulfstream Park, race number 8. Race number 9 is the Hutchison. These are 3-year-olds going 7/8 of a mile. Maybe not a Derby contender in here. I'd like to see them stretching out a little bit, but a good race, graded earnings on the line, so still important for the Kentucky Derby. 7/8, race 9, grade 2, $150,000. Well-matched field in here. You have some horses coming in off impressive maiden victories. Todd Pletcherson's Traveling Man, huge win, first time out at Gulfstream Park. Then you have Flashpoint coming in for Dick Dutrow from Aqueduct, another one. These two are just flashy maiden winners, but it's always tough to step up from one maiden win right into seasoned performers in here. And I kind of like the horses that are coming out of the Holy Bull. I think the Holy Bull is going to be a key race. Dialed In was an easy winner that day. Black and Beauty turns back in distance from a mile, from 7/8, from a mile to 7/8, and he had speed that day. Kind of stopped at the end. I think the drop in class as well. Nobody was going to be Dialed In that day. Very impressive. Leave of Absence is another one coming in out of the Holy Bull. Puts blinkers on after a rough trip. Look at the trip he had in the Holy Bull. Sometimes trip is everything. He had a tough race that day and really never had a chance to run. And then there's a horse called Manacero. This horse, ultra consistent. He's won at Calder. He's won at Tampa. Yeah, he's stepping up in class here, but sometimes consistency is better than these horses that have the big flashy numbers. So a good race in the Hutchison, race number 9 down there. But the big one, it's the grade 2, Fasig-Tipton Fountain of Youth, $400,000 worth of graded earnings on the line for these 3-year-olds, a mile and 1/8. Race 10, looking to step up, see who can maybe step up to that next big level here, but a horse who's already proven how good he is, and that is To Honor and Serve. Now he's making his 3-year-old debut for trainer Bill Mott. He won the Remsen, won the Nashua Stakes. Who did he beat in both of those? Mucho Macho Man, who came back to win the Risen Star. So looking even better on his form line. Bill Mott can have one ready off a long layoff. A mile and 8, though, tough distance off that layoff to make his 3-year-old debut. There are 3 horses coming out of a very good allowance races. Shackleford, the winner that day, had the easiest trip. Now he won, but he had the perfect trip, not a straw in his path that day. The horse that ran second, who also is in the Fountain of Youth, and that is Casper's Touch. Make sure you watch the replay of this race on Twin Spires. You can watch all the race replays, pull them up to help your wagering. He had a dreadful trip, Casper's Touch. No reason he can't turn the tables on Shackleford in here with a little bit better racing luck. El Grayling was third in there. He actually ran a very good race because he pressured the pace early as well and hung on gamely to be third. The horse everybody's going to be looking at to see what he can do on a dry track, if that is the case down there, is Soldat. Huge winner, wire to wire on the sloppy track. He has to prove now that he can do the same thing on a dry track down there. He drew post 1. He will be pressured from the outside. It is a fantastic race, the Fountain of Youth. Looking forward to seeing To Honor and Serve, see how he can maybe improve from 2 to 3 years old. Who's going to take that next step on the road to the Kentucky Derby? Of course, that is where contests and promotions lie here this weekend at Twin Spires as well. As always, go to our contests and promotions page to check everything out. And of course, you don't have to miss a thing. You can watch and wager on all these races on twinspires.com and Twin Spires TV. Good luck. Have a great weekend.